Do you still stand? I'm not talking to you, ma'am. Do you
Okay.
still stand by your comments about former President Barack Obama and that he should be executed, calling for the death of other presidents? Do you stand by that? Do you stand by those comments?
Have a good night.
Hey, this you have to see. There is a Republican nominee for superintendent overseeing North Carolina's public schools, its $11 billion budget. And the person who won the nomination is Michele Morrow. She's a conservative activist. She upset the incumbent superintendent. And now CNN has been trying to talk to her because it turns out that she previously called for the execution of Barack Obama and the execution of then President-elect Joe Biden. She's been refusing to talk to the media. So CNN's Shimon Prokupez went and found her. And I have mixed feelings about the ambush journalism technique, and I will discuss that in a moment. But let's take a listen to how the conversation went.
Hi, Miss Morrow. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
All right. How did it go in there?
Hey, it went great.
Yeah?
It went great.
You feeling good?
Who are you guys with?
I'm Shimon Prokupez. I'm with CNN.
Oh, have you been parked in my neighborhood by any chance?
We've been trying to talk to you, yes.
Okay. Well, you can
so
go through my
I understand,
campaign.
but I have you now, so why don't we
Thanks.
talk now?
No need.
Why not? Well, I want to ask you, do you still stand?
late and we're
I'm not
talking
talking to you,
now.
ma'am. Do you
Okay.
still stand by your comments about former President Barack Obama and that he should be executed, calling for the death of other presidents?
I love the casual nature. Hey, do you still think Obama should be killed? Can you just update me where you are on that? The casual nature with which he asks it is just perfect.
Do you stand by that? Do you stand by those comments?
Have a good night.
Do you stand by what you've said about the public education system and that it needs to be destroyed?
No comment.
Do you stand by that?
No comment.
Do you understand the concern that people have
No
with this
comment.
nomination
Hey,
that you now
I have a
have?
question. Do you vote in North Carolina? Then keep your eyes on your own paper.
Well, let me ask you.
Keep your eyes on your own paper.
I've read papers here too.
Keep your
and
eyes
the
on your own
concerns that
paper.
people have with your nomination, and the things that you have said.
People in New York have concern over my
People all
nomination in North
people all
Carolina.
across the country.
Really? Why
Yes.
are they concerned about North Carolina? Do you know that education is a problem in this entire country? So maybe they need to focus on what's going on in your state of New York, which,
Wow.
by the way, is where I grew up. Maybe they need to focus on what's going on in California, where children are not getting the education that they need. Maybe they need to focus on what they're doing in Michigan. Because right now in North Carolina, I'm focused on helping the families of North Carolina for their children to get quality education, for them to be safe, and for us to be sure that our money is going into the classroom rather than bureaucracies. That's what I've been focusing on. That's what I've been fighting for the last 5 years, going to the General Assembly and dealing with those issues.
Right, but-
so that is why I'm running.
I understand
So
that, but you
can-
have said such hurtful things too, in terms of the education
I
system.
have to tell you,
about transgender
everyone
students.
is so done with the gotcha moments.
This is not a gotcha.
It
These are
is.
your own
This is-
words, ma'am.
This is
Do you still think Obama should be killed? It's not exactly a gotcha.
These are your own
This
words.
has nothing
you
to
have
do with
said
education.
that the
How do you
former
know those
president.
are my words?
Because you tweeted. Are those
don't
not your
have-
tweets? Do you deny saying that? You have an opportunity now.
I am
Do you
telling
deny
you.
saying that?
I am
Are
telling
you
you.
denying that you said that in those tweets?
I am telling you
Have you
that I'm going to
have you
discuss
talked
education.
about the indoctrination of children by teachers?
I am telling you.
Have you talked about that? Have you said that about students?
Have you seen any of me going to the school board for the last 5 years? Because you will have my answer.
There you go. So listen, ambush journalism, right? Shimon Prokupez, this is someone running for a public office. Shimon Prokupez and CNN have been trying to get a hold of her. They weren't able to, so he ambushes her. What about that? You know, I have a couple different thoughts on this. As a general matter, as a general principle, I am not a fan of ambush journalism in the sense that people don't have a responsibility to speak to every journalist that wants to talk to them. I've been in situations at conferences where people just come up to me and demand I answer questions, and they have a camera out and whatever. And I just say, hey, listen, you know, I'm going to my panel. You can ask me for an interview and maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I think there is a little bit of a difference when you have elected officials paid for by taxpayers or candidates to be elected officials paid for by taxpayers, where if indeed they are just refusing to answer questions, does it become more legitimate to try the ambush? Now, I still do think you have to have privacy concerns in mind. If you're going to do the ambush in a place where it'll, for example, expose someone's home address or something like that, I think you've got to be careful with that. There's a sensationalism aspect to the ambush journalism, but I do think that there's a difference between ambushing a celebrity actor with photography and questions or whatever versus a public official or wannabe public official who is avoiding speaking to the media despite the fact that they are arguing that they should be in a taxpayer paid for position. So I'm not big on the technique overall when it comes to elected officials and people who are on the taxpayer payroll. I think there's a different situation, but you've still got to be careful about privacy and ethics concerns. If there's kids around or involved and potential for conflict, all of that should be considered. She didn't seem particularly interested in answering the question, do you still think Obama should be killed? I would love to get an answer from her at some point about it. Maybe we will. We all know someone who's been the victim of identity theft or accidentally downloading a virus, and it costs time, money, maybe your personal files. And what I've used for years to keep my devices safe from malware is Malwarebytes. I've been using this for years and years before they ever became a sponsor. And it's because Malwarebytes is just the standard. It gets great scores from the independent cybersecurity labs. It's almost always the top choice from consumer tech publications. CNET, for example, just declared Malwarebytes the best malware removal service of 2024. Malwarebytes' expertise and dedication to cybersecurity excellence just sets them apart from the other antivirus companies. They catch all kinds of threats that antiviruses often don't. You get comprehensive real-time protection against a huge variety of online threats, and it will detect and remove existing malware already on your devices as well. And now you can get the identity theft protection bundle to protect your entire family's personal information with live monitoring, alerts, recovery assistance, and up to $1 million in identity theft insurance. Malwarebytes has a special deal only for the David Pakman Show. You can get any Malwarebytes subscription for 50% off. That's half off at malwarebytes.com/Pakman. That's malwarebytes.com/Pakman to get half off your subscription. The link is in the podcast notes.